There's a push to create a new state law enforcement department and a large law enforcement training center for Hawaii. KITV4's Marissa Yamane spoke one-on-one with Governor David Ige this afternoon to ask him about that, as well as other topics that he didn't cover yesterday in his final State of the State address. Marissa.
Mika, I also asked the governor what letter grade he gives himself for how he's handled the COVID pandemic and what he thinks of the UH football coach hiring process and the team's new leader, former star quarterback Timmy Chang.
I fully support Timmy Chang. I sat through many of his games in person prior to becoming governor. And, as a graduate of the University of Hawaii, I'm excited to move to the Timmy Chang era of football at the university campus. I know Dave Matlin, and I do know that they are taking actions that they believe to be in the best interest of the university. I'm just excited to be able to support a fellow alumni.
I also asked the governor about the status of the 30-meter telescope project.
It is clear that the current project does not have all of the funds that it needs to complete the project. They will be seeking funds from the National Science Foundation in order to make up that difference. So, we know that that's the next step.
I also asked Governor Ige about the push to create a new Department of Law Enforcement, essentially one big state police force, by consolidating the law enforcement and investigations functions of the Department of Transportation, the Attorney General's Office, the Office of Homeland Security, and the Department of Public Safety, which includes the Sheriff Division.
We do believe that this proposal would allow us to have, a cabinet member that would be focused on law enforcement, can ensure that we improve the statewide law enforcement standards, that can be focused on the state law enforcement responsibilities.
The Senate and House proposals also include creating a training center for all state and county law enforcement where officers would have to go to get certified.
That might be something that may happen in the future. I do think that that's a number of years off. Our focus is really about trying to reorganize the structure of the organizations. We do anticipate that having a joint training facility might be helpful in the future.
Governor Ige spent the past 2 years dealing with the COVID pandemic, creating mandates and orders affecting travel, businesses, and residents as a whole, some of which he was criticized for.
What letter grade would you give yourself for how you've handled the COVID pandemic thus far?
I would say that, we're somewhere between a B and an A. First, I would say, Marissa, I'm really proud of the response of the community. I've spoken with many hotel and visitor industry properties. I've spoken with attractions. I've talked with restaurants. And in virtually every single instance, they understood the public health emergency that we were in. They definitely had struggles and they had concerns, but they were willing and wanted to be part of the solution.
The governor also added that he appreciates the people of Hawaii and their commitment to keeping our community healthy and safe. Marissa Yamane, KITV4 Island News.